to the
back at it again.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake. Just before this, you did just say, I've got to try and not be racist.
Well, if I ain't broke.
Is that really how we want to start this one? Yeah. I was going to say we're going to Scandinavia, and then I was like, is Denmark Scandinavia? Right. Scandinavia. I cannot type today. Scandinavia. Because we don't want to annoy anyone, do we? In modern times, the region is prosperous. Denmark, Norway, and Sweden. There we go. Yes, we're going to Scandinavia. Have you ever been to any part of Scandinavia other than Scotland?
Oh, well, now you've ruled out the only one I've been to. No. I'd like to, though. It looks very,
pretty.
like, right up my street, where it's quite nice to look at and cold.
Do you know what I really like that I've only just realised about the Scandinavian countries? Is if you stack their flags, they all line up perfectly because they've all got the same cross, it's just different colours.
I'd never
That is
that before.
satisfying as fuck. Well done.
That's maybe why they won't let Scotland in.
Yeah. It would really fuck them up.
Yeah. That, and currently we're bringing England with us.
Yeah, I mean, if we could sort of shave Scotland off of England and then like push it over to Scandinavia, I'd come and help you.
It's fine. We'll have a vote.
Yeah, you fucking might as well now.
Yeah. Well, if Westminster gonna lie. We'd never leave the EU. What, you're staying? Cool. We're leaving the EU.
Did you see that? I don't want to talk about him, but fucking, you see the picture of Boris with a guitar doing the rounds the other day?
No.
He's holding a guitar, and I don't know if you know much about guitars, but you know what a capo is, don't you?
Yes.
So he's holding it behind the capo, so just making absolutely no impact on it whatsoever. He's a fucking dick, isn't he?
Well, it's kind of like what he does with politics. Makes no impact on it.
Yeah.
Prince on the bus, can't deliver. But we get nice blue passports.
They're black, actually.
No, mine's pretty blue. Oh no, it's quite black. Oh, it's kind of weird.
It's also made of tin.
Yeah, well, I had to move all the bottle caps off it.
How are things going? You all right?
Yeah, no, it's fine. Well, it's because I got the passport and I haven't needed it.
Yeah, occupied. Borgen. What is the link here? Something to do with the EU?
No, the link is that they're both Danish.
One's definitely in Norway. Occupied is definitely set in Norway.
I said ish.
Oh man,
they're Scandinavian-ish.
Yeah, it's a good job I started saying we're going over to Scandinavia, isn't it? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean the links are sometimes tenuous.
I think we should start with Occupied.
Well, I mean it's
the one that I watched first, so there.
That makes perfect sense, and it's also the one that feels most like real life.
I don't know.
Well, did you see the end where Russia just walked in and went, "This is ours now"?
As explained previously, I may have fallen asleep towards the end, so no, I must have missed that bit.
Yeah, oh no, it does end with Russia just being like, "These are our oil refineries now."
Oh yeah, there's an attack. The attack choppers show up, don't they?
Yeah.
Yes, right. I'm with you. What's it all about?
Well, it's about a prime minister who can't keep his promises. So, good segue with the Boris stuff. Well, I feel like it's going to be about the Russian occupation of Norway.
Hence, occupied.
Yeah. But I guess they needed an excuse. So Norway is at a point where it's just gone fuck oil and gas, which I didn't realise it was a big exporter of. But they decide to stop producing it, and the rest of the world goes, no. And they've all got this nice new clean thorium plant.
Right,
and
here's something that I did mean to look up before this.
If it was
Does
a real element.
Thorium actually exist? Thorium is a naturally occurring radioactive material found at trace levels in soil, rocks, water, plants and animals. Thorium is solid under normal conditions. There are natural and human-made forms of thorium, all of which are radioactive. Why is thorium not used? It cannot in itself power a reactor. It does not contain enough fissile material to initiate a nuclear chain reaction. So it must be bombarded with neutrons to produce the highly radioactive isotope uranium-233. That's a shame then, because that would have been a nice little solution to everything.
Well, I mean, can you imagine if they just went like, oh, you were making this TV show and we just had this idea, and someone just went, oh, he's fucking right. These TV cats, they got it nailed.
It's better than unobtainium from Avatar. But actually, I've got a feeling that unobtainium did exist at some point.
Yeah, in the film Avatar, and it's...
Was that it?
Doomed sequel. I think so. I don't think... Unless it might be a real thing now, after they decided to name something unobtainium in 2009.
Similar terms. Handwavium. What? Oh yeah, it's a hypothetical material. Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, but I think so. Obviously, your prime minister gets kidnapped.
Your man Jesper
hunts down the helicopter.
No, Jesper's the guy who gets kidnapped. You fool!
It's,
sorry, I'm gonna see. Your man Dupvik. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah. Well, anyway, someone hunts down the helicopter, finds it because he's tracking the president, which is maybe... I don't know, I hope... It feels like it's going to be very straightforward and it could have just been a film.
What, the whole episode, you mean? Or?
No, I mean, the episode feels like the first half of a film. And the second half is how they end the Russian occupation before it gets too bad.
What? Oh, you mean like it feels there's a big old tonal shift?
No, I think just that unless like some mad stuff happens in the between this and the last episode, I don't really feel like it needed to be a series.
Oh wow, that is bold. Did you not go for this then?
Of these two, this was more interesting, but no. I didn't really enjoy either of them particularly.
That is insane. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I did find myself getting quite into it. Like I liked the sort of the sudden change of like, because it started like you say, it goes, oh shit, the prime minister's been kidnapped, and it gets taken off in a helicopter, and then you think, okay, so it's we have to go and get the prime minister back, but then I think it's only like 10-15 minutes later, it might not even be that long, he's just free. Like his bodyguard is like chasing the helicopter, even though he keeps getting told, "Look, stand down, we've got people on it," and he was like, absolutely fucking not, and carries
but
on
I can
chasing
see
it.
the helicopter.
He's like, yeah, but it's there and you're not here, so but yeah, and he just basically just turns a corner and he's just there, and they're like, oh yeah, they let me go, we need to go and have a meeting.
That's the thing though, I think you might have missed it if you did fall asleep, that they then show you what happened on the helicopter.
I vaguely remember seeing that.
But that, for me, that made it less interesting. Like,
wait,
if they...
Well, maybe I don't remember. What is it that they say?
They basically just... It's a couple people from the EU. He's been killed. It's Russians in the helicopter. and they're just like, "You're going to turn the oil on. We'll help, obviously, because we're Russia."
Yeah, I do remember
SARS
that now.
And then there's people, and it's just like, oh well, he's being forced to sort of stand down, and it's like it's not. Unless for me, unless something, I didn't find it that interesting, because it's just like, oh, he's being forced to turn the oil and gas back on. Russia's just gonna live there now. I don't know. It just didn't pique me interest.
Yeah, I think you're right. Of the two of them, I actually, well, yeah, I engage with this one far less because, well, like I said, I did fall asleep. I'm not entirely sure at what point I fell asleep.
I mean,
but it's mad because
it sounds like you've got the gist of the story.
Yeah, there was a lot of like, yeah, he gets back and then they're all like having meetings and shit, and they're like worrying what to do, and then the Russians invade. Yeah,
I think most of the sort of aggravation of the show for like what seems to be like the main character is gonna, well, the main sort of political character is gonna be the journalist who's like, "But I saw it happen."
Yes, that's right. There's a witness, isn't there?
And I think it's going to be mostly them trying to keep the story from getting out, rather than anything interesting happening with the occupation.
I think I have a.
It could be interesting.
Yeah, but
it also might not be.
I don't really, sort of stories that do that kind of thought experiment of just like The Man in the High Castle. That was like, what if they won? What if history was different? And then what? In fiction like this is like, okay, so what would happen if Russia just invaded North? That sort of thing. I really have an issue with that, where I just don't find that particularly engaging, because partly I just feel like I don't understand any sort of politicking or relationships between countries, or economic reasons why country A gets on with country B but not country C. Do you know what I mean? So I did struggle with Occupied.
I'm having a little read of what happens later on, and I
did find it entertaining. I will give it that. Like I was pretty tired after a quite a heavy day of staring at a screen, to then go and stare at a screen and then have to, I don't mind. I don't normally mind reading subtitles, but when you're a bit tired, you just like, ooh. So that's entirely.
See, I think that's the issue I had when I was watching Borgen.
Oh really?
Is that I was a little bit sleepy, and it was just a lot of reading and trying to. Maybe it's an issue of watching political drama with subtitles, is that you lose a lot of like the
translation,
the nuance, and I think
the shorthand with it.
Yeah, because I think if we watched a political drama that was set in the UK and it's a political system we understand, these seem pretty straightforward, but
it's funny you're saying all this. I'm surprised I'm not surprised, but this has gone on for three series. Do we know if it's ongoing, or will there be another one, or is it finished now?
I think it's finished.
Because I feel like okay, so the third season originally aired in 2019. I mean, it is feasible that they were going to make some more, but COVID.
Yeah, I mean, I've just sort of scrolled through the outline of Occupied, and it feels very much like it is just there's some drama while they're occupied, and people generally don't seem to like Russia being there. I think it might actually get fully like occupied. Like it's, But yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it just didn't tickle my fancy that much. But
Oh wow, I've just seen quite a big spoiler for the end. Never mind. Yeah, no, like I say, I think different frame of mind. This probably might have hit a bit better, but it does fall slightly into the category of pretty average shows that we get through.
yeah, I think that it's the trouble that we have if we've knocked off nearly 300 shows.
Yeah, we were just counting them up, weren't we? It's insane how many. What was it? It was at the end of this year. It'll be 370 something, right?
340-ish, I think.
Jesus.
It's
a lot of telly, isn't it? That's a lot of hours we've put in.
Oh yeah, no, it's something. It's an odd number purely because we did Broadchurch twice, but
yeah,
I think it puts quite a high bar where there might have been. If we'd maybe done these like 8 years ago, it might have been fine. It might have been like, wow, this is brilliant. But now we're just old and jaded.
that is a problem with your experience of everything, is you can only experience it when you experience it, and you can't do anything about that. So that's why we grow up like loving shite films, is because that was the first time you saw a film like that. And I'm thinking very specifically for myself of Van Helsing. Like, I know that's a terrible film,
Star Wars.
but I did. No, that's always brilliant. It's always brilliant, and the story always has to add up.
Yeah, and they have to.
As long as there's no women or people who aren't white, okay? That's all we want in this galaxy.
No, it's fine. If there are people who aren't white, stormtroopers.
Oh man, people getting very hankering about shit that doesn't matter, aren't they?
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, it's made up.
Yeah, it's like that. I saw a bunch of people on that Star Wars Theory guy. Even he was just like, "Mate, I think you might be taking this a bit seriously."
Yeah,
it's fucking Star Wars, man. They're swinging lasers around.
Yeah, but it's focused lasers. Because realistic, they should go on infinity. Because it's light.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Borgen. Do you want to set us up for Borgen then? Because I feel like you didn't really get on with it.
It is another political drama, this time in Denmark, and that's where I lost interest.
You really bounced off it? Did you?
I think it's just.
It's not often that you do that, so I'm surprised.
I know. I think it maybe was a little bit tired, but it feels like stuff we've seen before.
Okay, what did it remind you of?
Little bit of House of Cards. Little bit of what's the Peter Capaldi shouty one?
Thick of It.
Thick of It, but not funny.
Fuckity no.
And just sort of like every other political drama that exists. Just like mix them all together, and I mean none of them are doing anything different. Thick of It was at least funny. But House of Cards was just a bunch of politicians doing whatever they can to still remain politicians.
Yeah.
This seems to be what this is, with the flip side of like someone dies in episode 1. And London was in it.
You really didn't give a shit.
No, like,
I at least paid attention.
It seemed important to whoever was shagging him. Like, she seemed real sad.
Yeah, I imagine to most people who are shagging someone, it would be quite important if that person then fucking died.
Yeah, but she didn't call the police, did she?
No, it's true. She called Euron Greyjoy.
Yeah.
Come and fix it. We should probably explain like what Borgen actually is about. So it's there is an election that is fast approaching. There has been a Labour government in power for, I think, 7 years it's been. Someone says it at some point. There is a growing support for a right-wing party, and then there is this other party called the Moderates, who are sort of, slightly left of centre, maybe left-wing. And it doesn't look particularly hopeful for her party, her being Birgit.
I thought you just called her a bigot.
No, her name is Birgit, and I know the pronunciation of that because my mum had a very good friend who lived in Germany whose name was Birgit, and it was spelled the same way.
It's not far off what your German name would be, Birgit. I'm happy with that one.
Yeah, no, you should be. That was fucking excellent. That was very good. Do you know, there is actually, we do have German lineage. At some point, our family name was Heinrich.
Oh, that's good. That would have been much easier to spell than Degaro.
Yeah.
Less
Do you know,
X's,
just a quick sidebar on this. So for my new job, one of the things that I have to do anytime I upload like a webinar is I have to get a transcript of the video. And obviously I introduce myself every single time that I do one of those, and the spellings of actually, to be fair, it's not only my name, but Jesus Christ, it really does not like it when I say my name's Joe Ducaro. It's been very different every time, like literally DOO space CARRO.
See, that's the thing, it should just give up, and like when I send you and Lisa parcels, just do something.
Mitch and Amy gave me a card that was DCaroX, like with DECAROWEX.
I think my favourite one is where I hand wrote it and I intentionally misspelled your surname 3 times, crossed out and put Roux.
Yeah, that was really funny, actually, to be fair. Anyway, so where were we? Yes, so the show, it opens with, I think it's not each episode, but the first episode opens with a quote from Machiavelli, and Machiavelli in fiction, I feel like, is shorthand for
someone's going to fake their death.
Political machinations and backstabbing and shit like that. So I was like, okay, I figure I know where we're going with this.
And a two-pack conspiracy.
Yeah, and fuck me, do people like backstab each other and have got, it's all, I think it's all about, like, all that it's going to be is that whoever looks like they're doing well, someone's got some shit on them somewhere, because that happens quite a lot in the first episode. So I think I might be about to surprise you now, but I think this is going to be in my top 5 for this year.
What?
I fucking loved this show. I can't tell you how excited I was getting with everything, because I know it's all going to come to a head. Everyone is going to have the shit kicked out of them at some point. So, like you said, so there's a scandal immediate. So the Prime Minister's wife they've obviously got a bit of bother, and she's angry with him. So she spends a bunch of money on some handbags. He goes to sort of deal with it. Forgets his wallet, uses the company card, which obviously, being the Prime Minister, that's public money that you've just fucking spent, boy.
Naughty.
So then there's someone manages to find that receipt, which is amazing.
Well,
the way they find that receipt. He hands
it to his spin guy,
spin doctor, who is shagging the TV presenter
who fucked over the other one.
Yeah, and then he dies, and oh my god,
his little shagging partner calls her spin doctor. Her spin doctor's sort of tidying up and making it look like he just had a heart attack and wasn't shagged the life out of. And then finds it, tells her about it, she goes, nah. And then he just tells someone else about it, and they go, haha, look at this.
It's fucking brilliant. I'm definitely going to watch more of this. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah. Do you want to know how it ends?
No, please don't do that. What I have seen though, right? So the first series, premiered in 2010.
9-year gap between season 3 and 4.
That's mad. But I'm excited to see where that goes. So
every episode does have a quote from someone though.
Yes, yeah, I did scroll down and see that there was like Lao Tzu or Churchill or something.
There's one from the Bible. I'm done with this show.
Fucking hell. Forget it. Forget everything I just said.
Yeah, it's fine. You can get to episode 6 of season 2 and then just be like, no, Bible quote, done.
So this is something that I have heard a little bit, right, about Denmark. Who was it? Was it Thomas Vinterberg? What's that film? Mads Mikkelsen drinks. What's it? What is that film called?
Hannibal.
The one where it's the teachers who they try experimenting with drinking during the day because they say like your blood alcohol level is deficient naturally, so if you increase your constant alcohol units to like something like 1.2 or even 0.5 or something every day, you just have a better time of it. Oh my god, what is that film called?
I have no idea. That doesn't sound.
It's like really good. What's it fucking? Another Round. That's it. Another Round. Okay, so it's directed by Thomas Vinterberg, and when he was asked about it, he said that he knew that the film would do well in Denmark, but he said like specifically the only other place that I think would really understand the thinking behind the film and like the ethos of like boozing and the culture of drinking is the UK.
We do and like to drink.
Well, he said the Danish and the English share this common thing where like everyone's all awfully polite and everything like that, but everyone at the drop of a hat could just go batshit. And there's a shared sort of sense of humour, that sort of thing. So I think that plays into it because the Danish system of government seems to be very, very similar to, at least in this show, it's very similar to ours. Like even words like Labour Party, and then you recognise similarities between like, okay, so the Working Party, that's the right wingers, so that's actually like they seem to be like the UKIP lot. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. I think that's why I found it so much easier to relate to, because I was like, okay, I kind of get what's going on, and televised debates are something that, you know, we've had, you know, quite a lot, and fucking
not anywhere near as dramatic as that though.
No, I know, because oh my god, that's so good. Like in the last two speakers of the debate, one goes completely off plan. Is like, I don't fucking care anymore. So right, I'm just ad-libbing and gives this amazing
like, I'm wearing this dress because I got fat.
Yeah, it's the speech that you'd ever want a politician to give. That's not dual like, oh yeah, it's just like, nah, I got this slightly wrong, and you know, I've fucked up. Sorry, I don't want to be like, it's, you know, it's all about being perfect. I don't want to be perfect, but you know, I think I've got a better shot at running this fucking shit show than these guys. And then the last guy to speak just goes, yeah, Prime Minister's been fucking diddling the books. It shows the receipt for the handbags. Oh my god, I fucking loved it. I thought it was amazing. Yeah, Euron does get fired, which I think is going to come back and it's going to bite Birgit on the arse, because that's now what I want it to be. I want this to be as fucking conniving as Game of Thrones, but just in the modern day. And if it doesn't, I'm going to be so disappointed, because that's what I feel like I've been promised. But I fucking loved this show.
I think it will be, but I don't think it's going to affect her that much.
I mean, it would be nice to see a politician with her values is just do well, but
that's the thing. I think what it's going
would
to
also make for an interesting show if it just all went to shit.
I think it's going to be like
everybody.
Her against the world sort of story. I mean, I guess like it would be. Yeah, I don't know. It just didn't. Another one that just didn't tickle my fancy. Maybe it was all the reading.
Yeah, because as we all know, you prefer having your books read to you.
Yeah.
Rather than reading them yourself.
Yeah, that's the thing. And also, I did notice that if I wasn't looking at the screen and if it was, and I could just listen to it, the accents sound kind of Irish, but I don't understand what they're saying.
They do drop into English occasionally as well.
Yeah.
And like you said, there is a little scene that is in London, but
yeah, I like that one.
Jesus
Back
Christ.
to old Blighty.
Shocking. Yeah, so Borgen is going to be competing for my top 5 for sure.
Well, how many
And
top 5 currently? Is it, what, 9?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4,
7.
5, 6, 7 currently highlighted on the spreadsheet, which means I thought they were good.
Yeah, that's not bad with 20 shows to go.
Yeah, normally I had it's about average, I think.
You do,
Yeah,
you
for about this
time,
time, yeah.
About a good chunk. Oh, I was just looking back. It seems you highlighted the 100 episode 100. Oh.
Did I?
Well, you
'Cause that was
highlighted
a
the
mistake.
empty cell next to it. Yeah, but no, I don't. I'm probably not going to watch any more of these. But
I am 100% going to watch more of Borgen.
yeah.
Like when I put it on, I saw it was an hour. I was like, oh, mate, this is going to be a bit of a slog. And then it started, and I was like, this is the tits. It's so good.
Yeah, it's weird. You enjoying it makes me feel like I've missed something. That maybe I just wasn't paying enough attention to it. So I might watch episode 2 and then decide not to watch it.
Go for it.
But if I bounced off shows this week, next time we got some shit that you're going to bounce off.
Look, I'm definitely going to try my best to like fucking aristocracy.
Enjoy posh people talking funny and dressing funny.
I really don't like posh cunts.
Well, you're in luck because it's Bridgerton and Downton. If only Bridgerton was an abbey, then it could be Battle of the Abbeys.
Do you know, I have watched Bridgerton, and let me tell you, that will be going nowhere fucking near my top 5, even
Well,
if it
I mean, luckily for you, because our rules dictate that it can't go in your top 5 anyway.
Yeah. I'm pleased that
And
by default
Downton can't go in mine, which is a shame because it would fucking be there.
I've got a feeling that Downton I might soften to Downton, because I've seen like little clips here and there, and I've not been like, I want to be sick because
That's the
of
thing.
all
I think
fucking horrible people.
from my learned opinion of having watched all of it, I think Downton takes it gives you a good, healthy balance of posh people and people who work for posh people.
Yeah. That's the bit I'm going to struggle with, if I'm honest.
What, people having jobs?
Hey, I've got one now, piss off.
Yeah, they don't get made redundant, they get made dead. But that's a discussion for another time.
What's mad is that this is bizarre, while I'm thinking about watching Downton, I'm envisaging that I'm going to have to get a Battenberg cake to eat with it, and I don't know why. But I feel like it would go well with like tea and cake.
It would, but you're going to have to send someone else to the shop.
That's alright, Lisa's downstairs at the minute, that means I'm superior.
I mean, yeah, you can't get the full Downton experience unless someone brings you something.
I've just opened up Twitter, and what I'm staring at is a Downton Abbey movie poster. This is bizarre.
That's really weird because I don't think it's still in the cinema.
Oh, okay. That was fun.
Yeah. Wow.
Not for you, but for me, I fucking enjoyed Borgen. I really liked it. Yeah. So Bridgerton, Downton next week. We say next week. It's not next week.
It's
but
next fortnight for you.
two.
For them. For us.
For
it's
us.
next week.
We get to do it a whole week sooner than you get to hear it.
Well, that's
Wait,
no. We get
that's not true, is it?
Yeah, we get to do it about a month.
7 weeks ahead.
Yeah.
Cool. Fuck yourself.